Hi guys, Pete Mazaris, the Home Inspector Mentor here to talk to you about my top tips for meeting realtors and getting business in my first year to 34, probably my first year, second, third, fourth, fifth years. Okay. So it was all about the discount cards. So $50 discount cards, $100 discount cards, free inspection cards. I either mailed those out to individual agents at their office, or I just went to the offices and handed them out. So that was absolutely the number one way. And so I met uh, new realtors that way, and I got business that way. That was how I got my first inspection jobs. They were from clients of realtors who received the $50 off or the free inspection or the $100 off card. And so that turned into some of those realtors liking me and referring me for additional clients. The thing that I did after that was write a letter to the top realtors in each office offering a free inspection to their next client. And you got to be careful with that one. You have to really feel comfortable in your process to want to go ahead and do that one. Okay, but when I did that, that opened me up to a lot of business, and that actually led to a BNI Business Network International group, because one of those top realtors liked me so much that he wanted me to join the BNI group that he was joining. So the purpose of joining a BNI group, and if you don't know what that is, you should look it up, see how many groups are in your area. The purpose of joining that group is to meet realtors and other tradespeople that you can refer business to, and they refer business back to you. And it's good to meet a lot of tradespeople in our business as home inspectors. It's always good to have those guys on your side, be able to have them bail you out when you need to, and refer your clients to them, as well as other realtors who then start to look to you as a go-to person for tradespeople. Okay, so that works out very well. But in my case, I already knew the realtor, and I then figured out that I could go visit other groups that didn't have home inspectors just to meet their realtor. And the neat thing about BNI is that if you can't make a meeting, you're supposed to have a substitute for your spot to come in so you don't get a demerit for your absence. And that's how I met several realtors. I just went to a bunch of different groups in my area, and they all got to know me eventually because I was a visitor. And as a visitor, I would say, hey, if you guys ever need a sub, let me know. Here's my number. And that worked like gold, because that turned me on to probably five more realtors who then, I believe, a couple of them really liked me and then got me to do some talks or introductions at their office, which is cool. So it's snowballed. The other thing I did in those first years was I joined the local realtor board. And there were two realtor boards in my area. One was bigger than the other one, and I joined the smaller one. And I don't know if I would have had the same opportunities in the larger one that I had with the smaller one. But the cool thing was that as an affiliate member, because I'm not a realtor, but the affiliates are the ones who sponsor the events for the realtors. And so I was in a position as an affiliate member to have the chance and the opportunity to sponsor CE classes and other events. And so when I would sponsor a CE class for, I don't know, 100, couple $100, bring food, whatever it was, I had the opportunity to hand out my business card and my $50 discount card to all the realtors that were present for the event, because I was a sponsor. And that led to me meeting more new realtors. And then I was also invited as an affiliate, along with other home inspectors who ever wanted to join, invited to their social events. And then I met even more realtors from that. And then they saw a lot of Pete Mazaris, got a lot of FaceTime. And so they started to like me and know me and trust me. And I would get even more referrals from the realtors. So that was really, in the early days, my biggest method for meeting realtors in a really easy, way. And I say easy, meaning that you don't have to cold call, you don't have to barge into offices and ask to speak to the manager to see if you can get, a presentation for 5 minutes in front of their office. You and 100 other inspectors are knocking on their doors for that. And I found it more effective to personally get to know new realtors via those that responded to the discounts or the free letter, as well as through the sponsorships or the BNIs. And those were really very low cost, high effectiveness methods for meeting the realtors. And then once I had met so many realtors and I got it, just it just snowballs, because what happens is then one realtor who likes you will refer you to another realtor in their office who might be new. Okay. And then you get a handful of realtors in that office that have used you and refer you, and then they invite you in to sponsor an event or give a talk, and now you're exposed to even more realtors. So to me, the foot in the door was simply printing up 1,000 $50 off coupon cards. I don't know if $100 off is more appropriate today, maybe. And either mailing them out or just going to the offices, asking the gatekeeper if I could just go back to the mail room and hand these out. Sometimes they would let me. The smaller offices that were more laid back were cool with that. The other ones said, hey, just leave a stack here. And I said, all right, leave a stack of 25, 30, 40, 50 of them, however many, realtors are in the office, probably leave half that amount. And so that was it. That's what sent me on my way to a very lucrative career in home inspections. So